All right. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. This week we're here. It's Spin Sessions is another episode. I'd love to tell you, I'm on a different energy level, unfortunately, this week. As most of you all know, we lost a founding leader and figure in the spinning this past week. His name was Diki, everybody knows. And And this, basically, this podcast episode is dedicated to you. So, give me a minute. Let me take a deep breath real quick. So, for y'all that don't know, let me educate you. I met Diki at Sunes's very first spin show. He still had the testing grounds. And that was the first time I met Diki. He was a super colorful character with a big massive smile, and he had a very extrovert personality. He was like super friendly and super helpful and willing to help anybody in any state of mind or at any section of the spin track. That was my first interaction with Diki over 10 years ago, and since then I've shared the pitch and many events with Diki for many years. I've always accredited Diki to being a founding figure of putting spinning on the map. Like Diki with Diki's Lounge literally pushed the sport to the height of where it is now. He was the first and the most influential media guy in spinning for a good 8 years. From the years of 2006 to 2013, Diki was the one and the only, and the movement evolved a huge amount because of Diki's contribution to our sport of spinning. I just want to acknowledge you. We were actually shooting last week's podcast, and I was like, I gotta get hold of Diki. We need Diki on Spin Sessions. Like, he has so much. He has a wealth of information and a lot of footage from the beginning of spinning when it started getting commercialized in the mid 2000s. And I tried to get hold of Diki. I tried to call him. I sent him a few Facebook messages, and for whatever reason, it wasn't to be, and I didn't get to him in time. Diki, I just gotta, I know you with us in a different form, and I just gotta acknowledge what you've done for our industry. And we're gonna keep on pushing the sport. We're gonna get on that international map, and I want you to know that we'll never ever forget your contribution to our sport and to help it get to the platform where it is. We're moving, I've always said keep pushing those small stones until, with a little bit of faith and a little bit of help, you're pushing mountains. And you know what, Diki, bro, we might not be pushing those big mountains, but I promise you we're already pushing hills and we're moving in a positive direction. And I acknowledge and I credit you and I credit your contribution to our sport and everything that you've done. There's a lot of spinners right now in our sport that we basically call headliners and poster boys, and they are poster boys because of you, because of what Diki did for them and blew them up on the map. If you were hitting social media late 2000s, man, Diki was the one. He was the guy pushing the sport. He was at every single event. He was making every single spinner look like the superheroes that they are today. Diki, that was you. And we acknowledge you. And there's so many photographers and media strategists that have bloomed in your shadow because you were their mentor and they looked up to you, and you were always a kind man to give them advice and guide them in how to go about, highlighting or documenting our sport of spinning. So to all the photographers and all the medias that have blown up there, I'm not even going to mention by name. You guys know who you guys are. I know Diki was a huge movement for you and a huge figure in your respective lives, and the educating of you guys in how to take pictures, what pictures you should take, what action shots you should cover. And yeah, man, Diki, that was all you. So yeah, this week, spin sessions, we're not gonna have any guest speakers. It's all about Diki. And like I said in my first post when I found out, homeboy, may you truly, truly rest in power. And yeah, may you guide us to give me a second. Sure. May your spirit be with us, and may we guide the sport to an international platform, because like I've said thousands of times, you know, the sport of spinning should be on a platform like X Games. If not, we got to create our own X Games and just show the rest of the world what South Africa's got, as well as this African continent, because we've got mad talented spinners and they should be on that international map. So Diki, once again, before I sign out, bro, blessings upon you and your family. May your spirit continue to guide us in the right positive way for the sport of spinning. My name is Vic Pardal. I'm out of here.
My name is Diki Sehlabo. Sehlabo means weapon. I grew up in the street. I was born in Soweto and I grew up in the spinning environment. The spinning didn't start out with events like this. We got shot in the street for spinning. We got rubber bullets and even live rounds sometimes. But my brother, my best friend, was a spinner, and it actually is in my blood. It is a passion that I follow. I live for spinning. I live for the exhilaration that we get inside. And that actually sums me up. I'm a petrol head. If you had to ask me, all spinners are my favorite, to tell you the truth. But there are those who stand out, those who push to the limit to become the ultimate best. So if you see this, you must know I love you.